New vehicle prices are so crazy. I've seen a dealership discount $30,000 on a 1500 Ram pickup truck and they still can't sell it. It's bad quality, low reliability. Nobody wants it because of how overpriced it is. Even with $30,000 off, it's completely crazy. That's how you know the manufacturers have went crazy with pricing because it's irrelevant. Whatever the MSRP says, it doesn't matter anymore because the manufacturer's going to have a huge rebate to even think about selling it. The times of getting over MSRP or MSRP for that vehicle, they're over. Because over the last 5 years, manufacturers rose the MSRP too dramatically. So the same vehicle costs much more than it used to just a few years ago. But even with these discounts, it's not enough for most people. They know the quality of the vehicles today are nowhere near enough. And a lot of dealers, they want to give big discounts and it's always on those higher trim level vehicles with more profit in them. So of course, and they just sit longer. Cars will sit for 2 years and then finally they'll start giving discounts and it still doesn't make sense. We need much more off. But you gotta think, dealerships have huge issues with their employees because they have management staff that doesn't really know what they're doing. Most of them just got in the business, and if not, they got lucky over the last 5 years. Car dealers had the easiest time ever with low inventory and people just coming in asking to get put on waiting lists, willing to pay over MSRP for vehicles. That never happened before, so these managers feel like they're special and they can sell anything to anybody. I mean, that's why you literally will see nitrogen-filled tires and all sorts of BS add-ons at these car dealerships on their vehicles. They think they're special or something and they can sell anybody anything. But they're not, and it's just going to continue to sit on their lot for longer and they're stuck like Chuck with old inventory. And then the owner finally has to let the management staff go because there's too much old inventory, and then a new manager comes and he tries to clean it all up. And it's constant turnover with the sales staff. It's just the whole process at dealerships is bad. People hate dealing with them. They don't like anything about them. And I can tell you, even $30,000 off is not enough. With people missing their payments like never before, I mean, since '09, we're having repo rates that are that bad. So all these people are delinquent and they're gonna go 90 plus days, and it's gonna be a bigger issue because all these companies are giving them more time. They're just like, hey, can you give me a half payment, quarter, anything? We'll give you more time because they can't repo everybody's car, but it looks like that's exactly what they're gonna have to do. And as banks continue to tighten up, it's gonna hurt these dealers because they can't get as many auto loans going through. At the end of the day, for a dealership, if they don't get loans going through, then they can't sell any cars. And underwriting of these loans are gonna be much stricter. And most banks are starting to lower their loan to value ratios, except a couple though, because when some banks lower it, other banks say, okay, this is our opportunity to take some business. And so they're willing to loan up to 150% is what Wells Fargo's doing right now on loan to value ratio. Over 150% of the value of the vehicle, they'll loan on it, which is where the dealership can add packages, lift packages, this, nitrogen filled tires, all this stuff. But the dealership needs that bank to work with them with the LTV. And most banks are starting to say, no, we're going back down to 120, 115, or even lower. But there's still a few that are staying up, so it is what it is. But don't play around with these dealerships. They need to learn their lesson. Don't ever buy any of their overpriced junk, especially if it says nitrogen-filled tires. So you can go to almost any dealership now, from Ford to General Motors to Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and you will see almost every single vehicle below MSRP because that is the only option they have. And almost all those dealerships 3 years ago had over MSRP, so you can see how the market has changed. But it's not enough, man. $30,000 off is not enough. That's how you know the whole market is screwed. Lasfit is today's video sponsor, and Lasfit's a company that offers a lot of products, including their floor mats. And whether you're buying a new vehicle or keeping your old one, you want to protect it. And so Lasfit's floor mats are 3D scanned, so they fit perfectly in the vehicle. And since they are all-weather floor mats, they have raised edges, and they will definitely help for spills or anything like that. Because something always happens, and then also they're easy to clean. You take them out, spray them down, they're easy. It's just easy to put in, easy to take out, easy to clean all the way around. So whether you're keeping your current car or getting a new one, you want to go ahead and protect it with some Lasfit all-weather floor mats. And you can really see the difference comparing the Lasfit all-weather floor mat to a regular factory floor mat, and you can see the difference in the amount of protection that it provides because the raised edges and just being easy to clean and everything. And the best part is the price. They're not going to be crazy priced all-weather floor mats, and you get an additional 20% off with Tom20. But the only way to show dealerships and manufacturers a lesson is to not play their games, especially dealerships with all the add-ons. Just don't play their games. There's dealerships on every corner. And now with some of the biggest discounts we've had in years, but it's almost irrelevant because if the price got increased by $20,000 and now they're offering a $15,000 discount, it's still overpriced at the end of the day. Especially for a vehicle where a lot of these have went down in quality as the price goes up, so it almost doesn't make sense at all. With the vehicle having more recall issues and not being as reliable as it once was. The price goes up, quality and reliability have went down. It doesn't make any sense. And now dealers are offering their big discounts, but they're just simply not enough. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and stay blessed.